Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the EV sector and several stocks in particular that I'm really bullish to bearish on, depending on it. Yeah, I'm pretty bullish on most of them. So it's the EV sector. I love the EV sector. I would love to see more regulation, more incentives to get off fossil fuels and into the EV sector. That's one of the reasons I am so passionate about it. And I do think there's a huge growth potential. So today we're going to talk about a lot of popular ones out there and ones that I do like. The first one, the big one, is Workhorse. That's waiting on the USPS contract. I recently just did a video on that with my bear thesis, and there's still a lot of reason for me to be optimistic about it. But I'm just trying to keep size. You got to keep your size in proportion. I'll touch on that a bit more later, and my ongoing thesis of what I think is going to go on with Workhorse. I'm going to talk about NIO. I'm going to talk about Hyllion. I'm going to talk about Tesla. It's going to be all real quick on each of these. And then at the end of the video, I'll probably do a couple live trades. So one thing I am really excited to announce is this weekend I'll be putting out a video, and it'll be about Robinhood. It's how I'm taking my Robinhood account from $0 where I started at the beginning of the year, and my goal is to hit $10,000 by the end of the year. I will be putting that video out this weekend, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. I'm even putting together my own exchange traded Tom fund on that, and every month I'll be putting in $500 weighted positions, and I'll be covering that. So if you don't want to miss that, you know what you have to do. Just hit that subscribe bell, hit the notification. When it comes to likes, dislikes, and comments, I would really appreciate it. If you want to hit the like button, hit the like button. If you want to hit the dislike button, hit the dislike button. I genuinely don't care. I want to know what you're thinking. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you don't, and comment below. Tell me what you like, tell me what you dislike. Tell me if you dislike it because you just don't like my content, or tell me if you dislike it because you just don't agree with my opinion. That's fine. Everyone's got their own opinion, and I'm not a financial advisor. Stock market is risky. You've got to do and make your own decisions and opinions, have your own opinions. So let me transition into Workhorse, what's going on, Workhorse and NIO. And so here we are in Tastyworks. This is my preferred browser or preferred broker. I love Tastyworks for many reasons. I also really love Robinhood. Again, I'll be starting a series on that. Including in that series, I will be starting a series on how to accumulate wealth. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I finally put it together in the last 10 years. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on the rails on that. But again, subscribe if you don't want to miss that content. So, Workhorse, NIO, these stocks were all blowing up. Hyllion blew up a couple days ago, and then it pulled back a little bit yesterday. It looks like it's blowing up again today. Workhorse, in this account, I have 300 shares, and then in my traditional IRA, I have 300 shares, right? So I appear pretty bullish. Oh, it's actually starting to pull back a little bit. So it blew up yesterday. Honestly, I think that's just some Robinhood. Robinhood, these people are crazy. Maybe Workhorse is trending on WSB, Reddit, Wall Street Bets. I don't know. It ain't because of the contract. Look, again, me personally, I just recently did a video on that. I'm very optimistic. I don't think they're going to get a big portion of the contract. I just don't think they have the capacity to do any kind of real production of the trucks. In general, a lot of these SPACs, I know Workhorse is not a SPAC, but a lot of these, it's all about building, getting money, building up the funds to do what they want to do. They got drones, drone technology. What does it even mean? I've seen a video of them flying in a drone off one of their trucks and dropping it down. Like, is that even realistic anytime soon? Is that real? Anyway. So Workhorse, again, it's doing pretty good today. It really popped off yesterday. I am optimistically a bull on the stock, but it's all about size, right? So there's a YouTuber out there. Let me pull him up real quick and I'll be right back. So here we are, Jack Spencer Investing. I love his channel. I'm sure most of you have seen it. If you haven't, you definitely want to check him out. He's a go-getter. I like a lot of what he has to say. He puts out really good content. really enthusiastic. Again, I love his channel. He is very bullish on Workhorse. And what I want to talk about right now is size. You've got to watch your size. If you're bullish on Workhorse, that's great. Go ahead and invest in the stock. But this is a highly speculative stock, right? This thing could very easily not get any of the contract. It could all go to Ford, man. Ford's just as America as anything, right? And maybe the post office isn't ready. They need to spend the money now. Maybe they're not ready to deal with this EV infrastructure that's going to come in. Maybe they don't think Workhorse can handle it. I don't know. Maybe Workhorse gets 10,000 vehicles of the contract. What does that mean? How much is that going to affect like their stock price, right? Maybe they get a lot of it and their stock skyrockets, but then they can't handle it. Are you in it for the long term? And then when they can't handle it, it tanks on you. So you've got to have your plan. What is your plan when you get into this? So the reason I'm bringing up Jack is because Jack notably said it's his biggest position in his portfolio. And I'm just like, what? Man, dude, that is so risky, right? Like for me, let me pull my account back up. For me, yeah, dude, I showed you I had 300 shares in my big account. But look at this. This is a $110,000 account. So 300 shares, that's less than $6,000. So that's like around 6%, a little under, I don't know, 5%. I'm not going to do the exact math. That's just on the share value, right? So 5%. And honestly, that's too much. This is well, whatever, man. I'm taking a bit of a gamble on it. So what I have done though is I've sold covered calls on 200 of those shares. So that really lowers my deltas. I'm not going to go into a whole lot to that, but so it's not really the equivalent of being long 300 shares. It's lowering my cost basis, blah, 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 right? So I'm going to bring this in with NIO, right? So NIO, same thing. NIO's blowing up. I have 400 shares in this account. I'm actually way more bullish on NIO than I am Workhorse personally, because I think, Chinese market, huge market. There's quite a few EV companies over there, but they're already on the ground running. And, so I'm bullish on that. But the same thing, on 200 of those shares, I've sold covered calls and I'm already, like, my profit's already capped. $16, like, I'm just going to, watch, I'm just going to close this out right now. So I'm going to close. There's some more extrinsic value I could get in there, but I'm just going to take my profits and run, right? So I'm going to sell 200 shares. Oh, well, come on. You're not going to fill? What are we, like a penny off or something? Is that I moving too much? Oh, wow. It tanks like 10 cents when I try and fill it. Now it's down more. Come on. I know, this is exciting content. Look, it's dropping faster than what I could sell it. Just sell. All right, one more. We're going to put this at, man, the thing is falling faster than I can sell. Finally, I filled, right? So I'm going to go ahead and sell these at a loss. Overall, it was profit, right? So whatever, we're going to sell them. We'll go to see how that goes. 525. I didn't really expect that. Let's go to 530. We're gonna have to go to the offer. Oh, it's at the, oh no, it's not. So let's go to the offer real quick. Just get out of it. I'm not gonna quibble over a few pennies were filled. So now all I have is 200 shares in NIO. I'm going to save Hyllion for the last. I'm actually going to do a live trade in there. I'm extremely bullish Hyllion, but these are all speculative, right? So I've gotten a little bit too much FOMO in the EV market. And again, it's all about your size. You've got to watch your size. These are all speculative stocks. And there's way too many people out there trying to hit home runs. So the reason I mentioned Tesla, this is my biggest, it's up $70. Yesterday I sold 10 shares because I wanted to lock in some profits and I thought it might pull back. Tom, stay out of your head, dude. But this is like, even with 20 shares, this is like 40% of my account. That's a lot. So I'm not killing myself over it. But as you can see, like I'm up, even on just 20 shares, I'm up another $1,400 in it today. And Tesla, I think Tesla and Amazon will probably be eventually fighting over who's the biggest company in the world. Both of those are in my exchange traded Tom fund. Again, don't want to miss that. So we'll be coming out this weekend. So the big reason I bring up Tesla is a lot of you may not know this, and I just recently learned this. I don't know if you're familiar with ZEVs, ZEVs, zero emission vehicles. In the United States, all companies are right now required to have like 7% of all their vehicles coming out be zero emissions, and that number is going to go up every year. And if they don't meet that, they have to buy credits from other automakers. Well, all these other automakers are buying them from Tesla. This year, so Tesla, without selling these ZEVs, these ZEVs, Tesla wouldn't have posted profit the last 2 quarters. They're getting close, and they will eventually be, as they scale out these more factories, they will be in the positive with just that and out the ZEVs. Long term, the ZEVs aren't sustainable, but they're probably going to continue to bring them money for the next 3, 5, 10 years, right? As the other manufacturers catch up. So it's a great source of income. It's a huge source of income. And it's one of the reasons Tesla is profitable right now. The reason I'm bringing this up is because Tesla is light years ahead of everyone else when it comes to getting their stuff into production, all the assembly lines, all that stuff. They've already worked out most of the kinks. It was a big of enough problem that it almost took them down, right? It was really difficult. And we got all these other things like Workhorse. Workhorse is a big one. Everyone's gambling big, not everyone, but too many people are gambling far too big on this company. And my point is just watch your size. What is your plan? Workhorse gets very little to a minimal amount to none of this contract, or regardless if their stock tanks afterwards, right? What if it's buy on the rumor, sell on the news type thing? You don't know what's going to happen. So what is your plan? Like, are you invested too much? Can you really handle losing all your money if that happens, or most of your money, right? Are you already in the stock market when you shouldn't be, like, because you've got a ton of credit card debt, right? Anyway. So that's, you've got to watch your size. All right, so here we go. Hyllion, man, I am super bullish on this stock. Again, it's highly speculative, but I really like their product. They have a product that you could put on semis that lowers the amount of diesel needed. It uses electric. There's just so many positives out there. There's a ton of videos on it. I'm personally not going to go into it. I'm extremely bullish, and I'm looking to do a play. Excuse me. So originally my plan was probably just to sell a put. I've already have 100 shares in it, and I'm doing really well. I bought that at, let's see, so I bought this 100, where are we? 100 shares, $8.19, not too long ago, paid $26.94. Dude, I'm up, look, I'm up almost $1,400 on it. Boom, baby, I love it. Dude, the IV, what is the IV on this? This stuff is crazy. IV rank is 65%, the IV index of 174%. There is a lot of juice in the options. So I was coming over here, and my thought was, because I'm extremely bullish, and I still really do like that trade now that I think about it. I was thinking about doing a covered call. So I freed up a lot of buying power when I sold those 200 shares of Workhorse, right? So let's go in a little deep on Hyllion. So I can sell. Oh man, which one do I want to do? Let's do there's a lot of juice here. I think it's going to continue to go up. So I'm looking at selling either the 35 put or the 30 put. Let's see, which one do you think? So the bid ask is only 20 cents different here. That's about 80 cents here. So this would be the equivalent of, so selling a put means you're bullish. If I sell this put and I get around $8, I'm going to get an $800 credit to my account. As long as Hyllion is above $35 on October 16th when this option expires, I would keep all $800, right? 850 plus right now. So that's tightening up. You know, I'm going to put in an offer. So let's do 890 credit. See if we can get that to fill. I'll probably have to adjust that. So what that would mean is that's the 35. So my break even, I don't even start losing money until it dips below 35 is when it's in the money. But I have another $8 credit on it. So it's all the way down to like 27, 26 something, right? Before I even start losing money. I love this trade, dude. I really do. You could still lose. It sounds like, man, I should just go crazy on this. No, dude, you could still lose money. Hyllion could go back to $20 easily, and I'm down $700, right? By October, you don't know. But again, this is one of the stocks I'm very bullish on. And it's one of the reasons why I was so heavily invested in Workhorse. Because I was selling calls and I expected a pump. Man, YouTube's the next generation of the Yahoo message boards pump and dumps, right? There's a lot of Robinhood money out there, young investors trying to strike it rich. I implore you not to get caught up on this FOMO. It's easy. That's why I sold calls against it. And that's why I'm like, even with this Workhorse, if I get over $20, I'll be happy to just cut my position down to 100 shares of it. More than happy, right? So let's wrap up this video and let's wrap up this trade. I am currently trying to get 890. Let's go down to about 870 if we can see if we can get that filled. Boom, we're filled. I just got $870 put into my account. As long as that continues to go up, I'll probably look to close that trade out at 50% profit. I mean, not probably. Let's go over here right now and let's just queue that up. So I'm going to say close this at 50%. If this continues to go up and the price of this, as this decays, goes down to about, I'm going to buy it back. So I sold it for $835 and I'm going to, or $870, and I'm going to look to buy it back at $435. So I'm going to make $435 profit. High probability of success. So let's do it, right? That's a go to cancel. That thing is just going to work on its own. And then one day, hopefully I'm just doing what I'm doing and boom, it fills, right? So I'm going to wrap this up. Again, please, hopefully you made it to the end of the video. If you did, I really appreciate it. Please comment down below what you're doing in all these stocks. Your opinion, especially on like Workhorse and Hyllion, what you think of my opinion. Again, if you dislike the video, I have no problem. Light that baby up. Just tell me why you disliked it. So you guys have a great day and peace.